All right, stand by for the clap. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Beast Gamer Kuma with my homie Mochiarty here.
Hello.
Hello. On our first episode of our new podcast, and that is a car horn, which is all good. It's going to be in post. We're not cutting it out. Anyway.
Hi, car. We live in the city where cars happen.
Yeah, cars happen. If anybody else is like, oh my God, is that a car? Yes, it's... Yell something that's not normal. If you see a flying whale, then hit us up. But anyway, this is our new podcast called Mixcast, where we're going to be talking about pretty much everything and anything that comes to our mind. Mostly it's going to be gaming, nerd, geek, content related, but, you know, we're going to be touch base on most things that happens in our lives. So, Mochiarty, how you doing?
I need to drink more coffee.
You know what happens when you drink a lot of coffee, right?
I get happy.
That's one result, I guess.
I'm very happy with coffee.
It seems like everybody is, but I never had that type of addiction, so I don't know.
Listen, people be hoarding toilet paper, and I'm over here hoarding coffee.
Since we're on that subject, how is Corona treating you?
It's fantastic.
I know, right? It's the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, I'm getting seats on a train. I don't have to use my fist anymore because somebody pisses me off. I'm just going to sneeze on them, and they just get out of my face. Kind of beautiful. I can attack your... In the words of Yu-Gi-Oh! King of Games, I will attack your life points directly.
Or you can just say, you have triggered my trap card.
Exactly. Exactly. But on a more serious note, I mean, there's been a lot of dumb situations that's been going on because of this virus outbreak. And I'm personally pissed off because of how people are treating it and how the media has been treating it. But how's it been on your perspective?
Probably I've basically predicted everything up until the current time. Because I knew at the point where they were reporting it back like months ago in China, the way they described this virus, I was like, there's no way they're going to contain this shit. Excuse my French. But I said basically they're not going to contain this thing. It's not a matter of how to prevent it or how can we contain it? I'm like, it's about when the hell we're going to get it here. And people are saying, you know, the numbers are so low here, particularly in New York at the time, because we weren't testing anybody. People might have like passed it off for the flu or other complications. And we've had it here for months and no one said anything because they weren't getting tested for it. They were getting denied constantly. And people are like, the coronavirus is not in New York. And I'm like, impossible, you idiots.
Yeah, I don't know how they think that it wasn't going to come here because, well, it's not even my problem at the moment. It's just that I'm at this state of mind at this point where we're in 2020 and a lot of things have gone on already that we should be already have the knowledge or the capacity to be prepared about. We had bird flu, we had swine flu, we had SARS, anthrax, Ebola came back, Legionnaire's disease came back, all this other stuff that we went through, and we were fine. But all of a sudden, Corona comes out, and everybody losing their shit. Like, they totally forgot how to deal with a slight epidemic that's going on. Or...
pandemic.
Sorry, pandemic that's going on. What is the
difference between
epidemic and pandemic?
It's a scarier term for most people because it's less used. Basically, pandemic is just a worldwide global outbreak of I believe like a virus or a disease, correct? Let me double check that. Hi, Google, what is a pandemic? Let's see, what is it? Yeah, it just means on a global scale, correct? Yeah, it says an outbreak that is prevalent all over the world.
Okay, so right now, my freaking experience is where I just came back from the supermarket, and thanks to the media for scaring the hell out of everybody.
I've been doing it for months.
I know, they've been doing it for months. And people out there, and the funny part is, it's a big contradiction when you think about it. They're telling you not to touch your face. What does the lady do on the freaking announcement?
She licks her hand.
She licks her finger to turn the page, and then the woman behind her is literally touching her face.
But to be honest, though, that's a very old like English teacher thing. Because my old English teachers in high school used to always like lick and then turn the page. I'm like, why though?
Yeah, well,
Why?
I didn't know it as an English teacher thing. I just saw people do it all the time every time they turned the page. Even in that movie, Princess Bride, when he was reading a book to Fred Savage, he turned the page by licking his finger.
Is it a white people thing?
No, it's not a white people thing. We're not doing that. I've seen black people do it too. It's not a
But
white
why? No, I swear it's because they learned it from their
because
English teacher.
no, because when you try to turn the page, it kind of gets stuck. But if you put a little lubrication on your finger, you wet the page a little bit, and it sticks to your finger, and that's why it's easy for you to turn the page.
You don't lick your finger. That's gross. You don't know where the fuck that finger has been.
People have been doing it for years, so think about it when you go to the library every time you pick up a book. People have
And
licked
this
that
is-
page.
And this is why diseases spread.
Well, yeah, duh. This is why a
Nasty.
lot of things diseases spread, especially those people that go to the bathroom and don't wash their hands afterwards.
Ah, gross. You know how often I see that?
Especially in corporate America. It's disgusting.
You have no idea.
I have an idea. Trust me, I have all the ideas, especially when I see construction workers come and do construction, and they're the nastiest one that come through.
Oh yeah, they
Because
be touching everything, and then it's like, okay, I don't have wash hands. Let me
it's not
do
even
this.
that about they touching. They go to the bathroom and they clean themselves off in the bathroom, and they leave a mess, a horrible, disgusting mess. Either
The women's bathroom is not any better.
Oh, I know that. Trust me, I just like
It's traumatizing.
nobody is. It's not a sex thing. It's not a gender thing. Everybody's freaking disgusting.
Humans are gross.
Exactly. Though some of them, especially the dude that's on the train the other day picking his nose, he was going to town. I swear to God, I hear a careless whisper in the background while he was digging up for gold. But these are the things that it's the contradiction. They tell you also don't be around crowded folks, but yet here we are, a whole bunch of people at the supermarket around each other. And I'm thinking that, well, all these people can get infected right now because they're crowded with one another trying to get food and stuff like that. So
In a small space.
in a small space, everybody's touching everything.
Yep.
So
The point of this whole social distancing that everyone's talking about is basically give enough space for everyone to reduce the chance of infection.
yeah,
However, we are realistic and we live in the real world where we are in one of the most crowded cities in the country. So that level of realism is not necessarily possible when you have people with, like, say, families that are trying to feed a family of 4, and in case they get quarantined and can't go anywhere, how do you feed a family of 4 for 2 goddamn weeks?
exactly.
And that's the hard part, which is why I think a lot of people, obviously being younger and not tied to having children,
Or don't
we
know
have a
how
different
to
perspective
cook or
on
anything
this.
like that.
we have a different perspective because we don't have kids to worry about.
Well,
I
it's
would
not
say
even that. I just think that we have a better grasp on, like, some of us have a better grasp on survival instincts because me in your case, we're not really millennials and we're not really Generation X. We're in that middle ground,
yes.
as they call Zenials.
Ugh. Ugh.
That's what they call us.
I know. Ugh.
Zenials. And
Zennials?
Zennials, whatever. I don't know. I just call us that. We're not putting up with your shit. That's the generation I call.
Well, to be fair, I would say it doesn't matter what generation you're in. If you have
Exactly.
children to take care of,
You're gonna be scared.
imagining 2 weeks getting locked indoors with your children. You can't go outside because you're under either mandatory or suggested quarantine or whatever the hell they call it now. Imagine trying to feed a family of 4 with limited supplies, which is why people are panicking now. Because, like I said before, you and I are in a different bracket. We don't have children. We don't have that responsibility to take care of. So for a lot of people my age, I realize that they have had this sense of, oh my God, I'm better than everyone else. I judge everyone because everyone's stupid sheep. And I'm like, but you don't have kids though, boo.
Exactly.
Okay? If you had children, I'm like, think about it. If you had kids, you would be just as fucking panicked as anyone else.
Yeah.
Because you would have to take care. You need to figure out, plan ahead to take care of your children, how you're going to feed them, how you're going to entertain them. Will you have enough, like, necessities at home to take care of them
And plus,
while
you
you're
know how
being held
kids are.
indoors?
Kids are held indoors for too long. They're gonna lose their mind. But
Exactly.
I'm
So
also thinking on the perspective that since they're not the same kids that we're used to be, because now they got Wi-Fi, video games, and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, kids will still probably lose their minds after a certain amount of time and just start bugging you like, I don't know what to do. I need something to do. But I don't think they would lose boredom that fast.
I think it's mostly if you had the younger kids, like
the
toddlers.
babies, the little tippy
Like the
ties.
toddlers that aren't into the games yet and aren't into social media as much.
Yeah.
They need to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine getting stuck 2 weeks with a cabin fevered 3-year-old constantly bothering you, and you have to figure out what to feed them, make sure they're taken care of, and you're locked indoors and you can't go out.
Yep, that's going to be a pain.
That is terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. And people need to judge.
Afterwards.
People need to stop judging people who are going out to get goods for their family. However, I do need to touch a topic on people getting goods to upcharge people, because those are assholes. Go fuck them.
Don't get me started on I went to the market and I'm hearing this lady with like 14 things of flour in her shopping cart talking about how she's going to upcharge somebody that needs it. There's a lot of people that's acting like that. And I'm looking at this old man with a shopping cart and all he got is one thing of bread. One thing of bread. So obviously, I was ready to flip.
People are assholes.
Yeah, I was ready to lose my humanity and just go after these folks. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, real talk. Yes, this is a pandemic, or whatever you want to call it. But if you had the audacity just to sit down, or the knowledge just to sit down and really do the research, you're gonna understand that it's not that bad. It's just like every other situation that we had. We still went to work. We just did the proper precautions, which, might I add, people should have been doing before this pandemic spread. Like, what are you telling me now that you're starting to clean and all this other stuff? Like, when they talking about the MTA, just now are cleaning the stations. So, on a positive note on my side, I'm thinking like, well, I guess that I'm good because I survived all the germs already, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. But other people's just like, oh my god, ew, I can't believe they never cleaned it. What I've been touching this whole time. I'm like, think about it. You survived. You survived. But you're not going to see it that way. You're going to see it as something I maybe could sue for.
Yep.
And I'm just like, wow. This is the world we live in. This is the idiocracy that I was afraid of that was going to happen.
Well, the problem with this particular virus is that it is it's very easy to spread. You can spread it without showing any symptoms.
Of course it is.
And the problem about this being dangerous, as opposed to, say, like Legionnaires and all the other viruses that are more contained, is because, A, this virus spreads a lot faster and quicker than any other thing that we've ever seen before. And secondary, our hospitals are completely bogged down. The problem with this is that if the hospitals are bogged down, they don't have enough beds for us. Yes. So if you need help, you cannot get the help you need because the hospitals are completely overwhelmed. So the problem with this situation is like the problem they have in Italy. They don't have enough beds to cater for the people, and that's when you start to decide who gets to live and who gets to die. And of course, we know in the real world, the rich people get to live and the poor people die.
Because they got the means to just be treated at home.
Or be treated better because they have the money.
That's true. But also,
so let's be real about that.
They
Secondly,
really need to. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, that's okay. Don't take this virus lightly, because at this point, it's not about containment. At this point, it's about plateauing the virus, basically to limit the amount of use of hospitals, so people can stop overwhelming the system. And then, in the event, if we hold out as long as we can, maybe people need help. It'll put less strain on the hospitals than it is right now. Because we're not going to see a slowdown at all. If anything, it's not a matter of if you'll get it, it's a matter of when you'll get it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
This is also like I said, it comes back to having the knowledge. Because this is just a new strain of the flu.
It's just no, that's also wrong.
That's not what the doctors say. This is like, because it has this.
Like, the symptoms are very similar. Yes, correct.
It's just a new. Because the flu is going to evolve, just like how it evolved other times.
Right, but this is a completely different strain of virus. The symptoms are very similar to the flu for an average, like, healthy human. That's correct. However, it specifically attacks respiratory system. So if you have asthma, if you had any kind of complications before, you could be at risk to potentially be hospitalized.
Yeah, because of pneumonia.
Right. So this is not something you need to take lightly, only because, it doesn't spread like the flu. It can spread even before you show symptoms. You could be perfectly healthy for a week. and spread the thing into
not-
like 1 million people.
Well, I'm not trying to tell anybody just to spread lightly or, don't take it seriously. I'm just like, just take precaution. It's pretty much like, look, you know what you need to do. So don't panic to that level where you go crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, you can't help it when the media is telling you, "Oh my God, the numbers keep going up," and I just keep trying to tell people, numbers are going up because before they never tested. That's why the numbers don't go up.
But the numbers
more
are
you
also
test-
going down that they're not really reporting.
The numbers are going down in China.
It's still a
They're
recovery.
not going
That
down
shit's-
here.
Yeah, but it just.
They're not going down here.
I'm putting it like this. It's going to be a wave because China got it first, correct?
Yes,
So, of course, they're going to see recovery first.
right.
And
But
there's
right
going to
at
be
the
more
moment,
people. But it's all about easing the mind, though. Tell them something that people are recovering. And then they could give them the knowledge on the why they're recovering if they do find out the reason. But they should still tell people, hey, people are recovering. Doesn't mean to take it lightly, but people are recovering. They're not saying that at all.
oh no, they've said it before.
Say, well, people ain't listening because
I've seen it. I've seen articles that says the numbers are declining in China and things are going back to normal
well,
because of the influx. And obviously, you can only take all that news to heart because who knows what kind of censorship they have.
yeah, because also
But-
people ain't want to believe it. They just people still holding on to this whole conspiracy theory. I want to touch base on that.
I mean, conspiracy theory is a very popular thing.
Yeah, and that's the first thing they want to go to, and I'm just standing there like, oh boy, here we go.
In any case, do not take this virus lightly because even though you might not be at risk, you have to think about the other people that you might potentially infect. AKA,
Again,
if you have
yeah.
older parents, you have old neighbors,
Yeah.
you have anybody else that's around you that might be immunocompromised that you don't even know about. Your healthy best friend who you never knew had asthma.
Yeah. Well,
That
just don't
will
be
be
the
the one that
dumbass
goes.
like that basketball player,
Well,
because he was dumb.
I'm telling you, because people don't think about the radius and the effect they have on other people, which is
Because-
the problem.
Even though he touched the microphones and then was told afterwards that he got infected, he proceeded to go into the locker room and touch everybody else's stuff and got another basketball player infected.
What a jerk!
Yeah, because he didn't take it lightly. That's why I understand what you're
he
saying.
took it too lightly.
Well, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Yeah, he took it too lightly and took it as a joke. But he got other people infected, and that's why I'm also trying to tell people, yeah, take it seriously, but just just take precautions on it. Wash
Yes,
your hands,
be-
like I said, and
Be smart, be alert, don't be panicked.
because healthy people like us, we might not show symptoms or it might not give us the symptoms, but we can also pass it on to somebody else that can't handle it.
Yep.
That's why I try to stay away from people when I get sick, because I always get a 24-hour bug. But it's been cases, and some family members of mine, they get it from me and they out for a whole week.
Yep.
So that's why I try to tell people, like, yeah, you may be good, but somebody else may not have the same strong immune system as you do. So you got to be careful.
You just have to be conscious.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's a lot of no-duh situations came out that just made me go, like, what, people ain't doing this already?
Well, people don't generally think that far ahead. They only think about, if I get sick, then what are the circumstances?
Well, I'm just talking about the whole, wash your hands after you leave the bathroom.
Well, people are nasty because they think washing their hands is inconvenience.
Yeah, this is definitely true.
So let's just get into that.
I'm just sad, and it's like the whole situation has been going on because this also brought up a whole bunch of prejudice.
Yeah, absolutely. Like with
And-
anything else, people look to blame. If they want to find a reason, they'll find a reason. Doesn't matter what it is.
I'm just
So-
like, I was like, obviously you didn't learn the lesson from what we went through. Everybody went through something, and you still not learning that lesson.
Well, that's just how the world works,
And then the whole other thing that oh, we're minorities, we're not gonna get it. And I'm like, yeah, okay,
What?
yeah, somebody. It was a joke.
Who the hell?
Yeah, trust me. It was. We've been joking about it for a long time. It's like some people saying, "Oh, it's only white people that's getting it. That's why they're going so crazy about it." And I'm like, listen. All jokes aside, though, nah, we can still get it. Trust me. Ain't no ginger ale, no Vicks, no tea in the world.
No matter, Windex spraying on your fucking ass is gonna save your ass, okay?
So don't think that we can't get it because obviously, if you thinking that, you wouldn't be so scared when a white person sneezes next to you.
See, that's the thing, though. I don't understand that.
So instead of saying, you should be saying bless you instead of saying get away from me, demon.
Back heathens.
Yeah, outbreak monkey, get away from me.
Well, the virus doesn't say, oh,
Yeah,
you is white, I'm not gonna get you. You is Asian, I'm not gonna get you. They don't pick and choose the race.
This is not some man-made thing that's going after a certain ethnicity. All right, that's not how this works. Okay, we're not in that type of science fiction movie. This is not an episode of Black Mirror. I know, right? We're not in that type of science fiction movie. Okay. And I know some people that's probably gonna listen to this like, hey, you was joking. Yeah, I'm joking about it, but some of y'all are too damn serious about it. Y'all way too damn serious about it.
I do have to say some of the news is quite entertaining from all the.
It is entertaining. I mean, you gotta laugh at all the stuff that's going on because it just shows how stupid the world is.
Well, unfortunately, I've always known that.
I mean, yes.
I just wish to be proven wrong one day, man. I just want to be wrong.
That's what I'm talking about. We want to be wrong for once. We just want to be wrong that, hey, you know what? Humanity ain't that bad. They actually got a head on, they got their head on their shoulders. But then you get disappointed once you walk outside. And you hear about somebody getting spit on for being Asian.
Oh, yeah, I can't. That people attacking Asian people because they think they have the coronavirus or whatever, or they brought it here. I'm just like, yeah, the person you attacked probably had never been to China, my dude.
And I just was like, did you forget what happened to black people when Ebola came around?
Yeah, of course.
So how about you stop your shit and let people live, okay?
No, but it's convenient. When people have a chance to hate somebody else, if it doesn't involve race, they'll find another reason because they want to. Whether it's money, whether it's different clothing, whether it's anything else, they will find a reason if they want to dislike somebody.
I agree. And it sucks.
Yeah, because people are like, if we didn't have race as a problem, we'll have other things. Because we are humans and this is what humans do.
Seems like, yeah. Well, I feel like we talked enough on that subject.
We have some bright sides, though, to all this. My inner introverted self is like, bitch. I have waited for this my entire life. Quarantine my ass so I could play video games all day.
Facts. That's why I was like, you think us geeks are worried about this?
We got Animal Crossing coming.
I don't know about all that now. But...
Listen, you. Shut your mouth, okay? Shut your mouth.
Look, I don't want to be in debt to Tom Nook, okay? I'm not down with that. That's not a fun thing for me.
Listen, he doesn't charge interest, okay?
Whatever. All right? That's going to be in another podcast and we're going to talk about that.
I got to make my beautiful island.
Oh, Jesus.
With my pixelated Isabelle.
Girl, it's creepy.
So excited. And then we also have Kingdom that just came out this past Friday. I'm about to binge the hell out of that.
Girl,
that thing
I'm about
is spicy.
I swear to God,
It's spicy.
I'm about to turn a little bit gay for a second, get all like, girl.
Oh, but it's so good though.
I know though.
So good. Anyway, before we get into that, let's not get into that right now. That's a different topic. And then what else do we have? We have a Call of Duty, I guess, if you're into that stuff.
Wow,
Listen,
that's just cold.
Listen, you talk about that with Animal Crossing, and I'm over here like Call of Duty. What's up?
Well, you're gonna have to explain to me why Animal Crossing is so great.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Because it's called the ultimate retirement game.
Why would I want to see that? See, I don't like that. Why would I want to retire?
I get to build my own island. I get to have cute neighbors.
You get to retire.
I get to decorate.
You're going to retire and going to debt. That's the game you're trying to teach people.
It's called Life Simulator, okay? It's called Debt Simulator 2.0, Tom Nook edition.
Yo, I'm laughing at everybody is talking about they will pay my bail to get me out of jail just to attack people. I'm laughing right now.
Someone will bail you out.
Yo, I got 2 people right now talking about they will bail me out of jail just to attack these assholes that are doing this to people.
Nah, you don't want to be on the news.
Who said no?
It's not even worth it. Anyway.
I bet y'all get a lot of publicity.
What other fun things are coming
out? It works for Jake Paul. It could work for me.
Listen, he's white.
Ouch.
Let's get real.
Ouch. I would have accepted that he's a pretty boy, but damn, you have to go there.
Nah, we gotta go far though. When we go deep, we go deep.
I was just thinking that he could get away with it because he's pretty. Unlike me, I'm an ogre.
No. No.
I'm an ogre, so they're gonna be like, oh no, throw stones at this guy.
I live in the real world. I don't live in the bullshit world, okay?
Well, you know that. Well, luckily, thanks to these latest Disney movies, they're showing that the pretty people can be villains.
Ha! Hans. What was his name? Was it Hans? Not Hans. What is his fucking name again? The prince.
Frozen?
Oh my god. Yeah.
I think it was Hans.
Was it Hans?
I think so.
Well, I thought Hans was the other guy. I am not hip with it.
Me neither.
How?
You got the computer. You
No,
got the computer.
Hans. Yeah, Hans. That's his. I was right.
See, there you go. You gotta
I
trust
knew-
yourself. You gotta trust yourself.
I knew I shouldn't have second guessed
See,
my
you gotta trust yourself.
my crusty Disney knowledge.
Crusty.
Oh, Frozen 2 is coming out 3 months early because social distancing.
Yeah, because they about to close. Yeah, Disney's supposed to be closing this weekend.
And then what else is happening? Overwatch event is
Oh.
out yesterday.
See, we're going into different episodes right now.
We got many things to do in this social
We got a lot of-
quarantining
yeah, we got a lot of
in the
stuff
gaming
going
world.
on. Well, right now, this episode is coming to an end because we touched base on our thoughts on this whole coronavirus thing. It was supposed to be our first episode, but we had to get out. We had to vent. This is that venting episode because people. I mean, Mochiati, do you have anything to say to people, like some words of encouragement or something?
If you don't have toilet paper, do not fear. Go into your shower and wash your butts because that's cleaner. You're welcome.
The funny part is we was talking about that at work. Like, yo, does nobody shower?
Do people not know that other countries, other than we use fucking water to wash our asses because it's cleaner and more hygienic? I'm just saying.
You don't have to waste paper.
Yeah, and you're sitting there like, what?
What am I
Look,
supposed
you
to
clean
do?
your ass and then you wash your hands, okay?
Exactly.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
And your
Like-
ass is crisp and clean.
People, just keep an open mind. Like, real talk. Just don't panic.
Don't be stupid.
In the words of my favorite character in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, don't panic and always have a towel.
Don't panic. Play video games. This is great.
Yeah, it keeps you from touching people. You ain't got to worry about that. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Did you hear that funny shit that's happening on Pornhub?
What? I didn't hear anything.
Coronavirus porn.
Ah, I heard about that. I saw it in the hindsight. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's funny. It's freaking hilarious. Seeing people
And
have sex.
Pornhub with the free subscriptions. for Italy.
Yo, for anybody that's stuck at home. And
Yo, they're hooking
people,
that up though.
People been asking me, yo, what's the VPN? I was like, you gotta sign up. Yo, get a VPN, and so you could sign up for Italy.
Apparently, okay, guys, get yourself a VPN. Sign up for that free Pornhub subscription for Italy.
Yeah, just change your
Swear.
VPN to Italy, and you good.
It's a great arm workout. Just saying.
Well, there goes the toilet paper.
Anyway, shower, guys. Fucking shower. Don't use the toilet paper. It's
Now
not
I
commodity.
understand where the toilet paper is going now.
Oh God. Oh no.
That's a knee slapper. Oh, all that alone time. Ugh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what they need.
Anyway.
All right,
Anyway.
everybody. That's episode 1. We'll be back again next week for episode 2, where we're going to talk about the geek stuff. But other than that, yo, stay clean, stay Sophie, wash your ass. Peace out. Ow. Hurt myself.